We're gonna start off with brushing my brows. Okay, so I need my brows waxed as well. So just always feel like when I need them freshly waxed and everything that I put so much more product on my face. We're gonna start off using MAC's Spiked Brow Pencil. And it's the eyebrow style that has a spoolie on the other end. It's my favorite. I just kind of lightly outline the bottom of my brows. And you just want to do light strokes. And what I like to do as well, so it doesn't look as harsh, is I like to brush through it with the spoolie side so it looks more natural. My eyebrows are not sisters at all. They're like first cousins. Go figure. Brows are something you gotta take your time with, especially when you have brows like mine and they're first cousins. You really gotta take your time because you're kind of improvising with the shape. One thing that I've adopted over the years is just using a brow pencil because I wanted them to look more natural, but I think I may have to go back to the pomade. I really liked Anastasia Beverly Hills. I really liked her brow pomade, just to make my brow more defined when it's not waxed and all of that. Okay, y'all, so typically I use my Kelly Baker brow highlighter pencil, but as you see, I'm at like my last of it and it's stuck. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use my Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer, which is one of my faves, to clean my brows up with. And I'm using a concealer that is my skin color today. Well, yeah, because usually my brow pencil's lighter, or my highlighting is lighter underneath my brows, but same thing. See how much nicer that looks cleaned up? So, okay. So these are my brows. Okay, so now that my brows are concealed, I don't really see a problem with me concealing with my everyday concealer because it's my everyday makeup routine. So I'm going to then move on to my face. I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Based Visage. It is a sample I received, but I really like it, and I'm only going to use like a dime size. I like to put this on parts of my face that I know get oily or just my pores are just not friendly with. If I use concealer, this one on my eyelid just in case. I use some mascara. So once that's on, we're gonna color correct because I can't do any skincare routine or anything foundation without color correcting first, just so I can make the base as even as possible when I put my concealer and foundation on. So okay, so we're gonna color correct with MAC's Prep and Prime in Peach Lustre. They also call this a highlighter pen, but I don't know, I color correct with it. So I'm gonna put some here where I have some blemishes, but I typically just color correct underneath my eyes. I don't really need it anywhere else for an everyday look. Now if I was doing a full face beat, then I would color correct around my mouth, on the sides of my face, but for everyday purposes, it's just underneath my eyes. So let's wake these babies up and make them look more even. You want to take your time too doing this. And what color correcting is doing for me is canceling out the bluish purple darkness I have underneath my eyes. And it's just pretty much prepping my under eye for my concealer. And like I said, I have a few blemishes on my forehead, so I'm going to blend that in as well. See, my face already looks, well, my under eye already looks 10 times better because I color corrected. So let's blend that in as much as possible on a wet Real Technique sponge. This is every day. I'm going to use my favorite lightweight concealer, which is the 24-hour MAC Studio Fix 24-hour wear concealer. It's light and I really enjoy it. And for me, I like to layer concealers, so I'm using this MAC Studio Fix first, and I'm just going to use a little bit. So I'm going to do like a little triangle underneath my eyes with it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to blend it out. Now I am headed to work, so I liked and I work with the public, so I do want to make sure I look presentable. 10 times better. I really think concealer is the GOAT of all makeup. Like, if we had one of those little 4 squares asking what you would do without, concealer would not be one of mine. I believe everybody should have like their everyday color in their makeup bag for every day. And I like to first use my color concealer first. I know people only like to use, or typically like to use, their highlighting shade, but personally I like to start off with my skin color concealer first. You can stop here if this is your zhuzh or not, or you can go back in like I'm about to do with the heavier concealer that is going to brighten my under eye just a little bit. Next, we're going to use another favorite, which is my Born This Way multi sculpting concealer. This is a pretty big bottle. My shade is Maple, and it's not far off the shade that I just used. It's just a tad bit lighter, and I like to put that too underneath my eyes. And I really like this concealer because it has hyaluronic acid. So if in a super coverage, it's a full coverage concealer. My MAC 24 Hour Studio Fix is a lightweight concealer, which is why I like to start off with that first. My Born This Way is a super coverage concealer, and it's amazing. If you have dry under eyes and you may or may not like to set your powder for every day so you don't look like you're dying underneath your eyes or just really dry, this is a really great concealer for you as well. Sometimes I like to let it sit just a little bit, but for sakes of this video, we're just gonna go ahead and blend it out. Looking up kind of helps you get into those little fine lines underneath your eye. That also is where I crease a lot, personally. Use the excess concealer off the sponge, and I just go in the middle or around the rest of my face. I like to use the excess to just conceal those veins that are in my eye too. Blending is your friend. Again, if you're not really into eyeshadow or anything, you can stop here, because this is typically it sometimes for me. I don't really have a lot of time sometimes to do any more than just concealer on a daily basis, and sometimes I don't wear a full face of makeup every day, but I do wear concealer. So what we're gonna do is use brown script from MAC in the crease of my eyes, just to warm it up just a little bit. You need something. You need something in your crease. To me, it don't have to be a reddish brown, but this is like my favorite transition color, and it's just really good for every day too. I tell everybody, like, find you a crease color, neutral color, and put it in your crease if that's all you're gonna do that day. Then throw a little mascara on. And this is a Sonia Kashuk blending brush. It's one of my very first blending brushes, and it's still my favorite. It's more of a fluffy tip, so it diffuses it a lot more than a dense, what you would call a dense fluffy brush. So I don't want a lot of pigment. I just want it diffused all over my eye crease. I like to use MAC Studio Fix powder full coverage foundation in NC45. I just like to do a light dusting over that concealer. You put a light dusting over your cheeks, your nose, so you almost are lightly setting that concealer you might have put underneath in the middle of your face, underneath your eye. And like I said, I don't use a lot, just a light duster. I like to just do a light light, but I like to use mascara on a day-to-day basis. I don't always use lashes unless I just want a little extra. Want to be a little extra. Today's not one of those days. It's Too Faced. This is one of my favorite mascaras too. Just do a little bit. And I really like this for every day because it really gives my lashes a little little volume too. The brush is really, really, really soft, and it just makes my lashes look good. And that's what we want for a light day. You don't want to do too much. I don't even really like putting a lot on because I hate taking it off. So your lashes, then we'll go up. And yes, sometimes I get it on the eyelid, but I don't care. But if you care, just put your debit card or something behind your lashes and then start applying your mascara. Little beauty hack, just in case you care about that. We'll start with the left eye. We'll finish with the left eye, I should say. Okay. So, this is what we have so far. Daily look, what I'm going to do, what I like to do. I also have MAC's Prep and Prime Fix Plus because I like MAC. And I'm going to spritz my face lightly just so I can set everything off. I like to just put a little bit of highlighter. Today I'm going to use MAC's collab with Mariah Carey in My Mimi to highlight. This is a extra dimension skin finish, so it's just a little bit different than my MAC Gold Deposit, which I love to highlight with as well. And just put a little bit while your Fix Plus is drying down. It just kind of makes your highlight pop a little bit, but a little bit down my nose, the bridge of my nose, a little bit above my cupid's bow. And to top everything off, I just like to use my favorite Carmex to moisturize my lips. Perfect for winter weather. And then I also just like to finish up with my favorite lip gloss, which is Fenty. Fenty Beauty's Fenty Glow lipstick. It's so good. It's just so good, guys. Look at that. Now, when I take my hair out, I'll show you guys what the final look looks like. And this is the everyday look up close and personal. Okay guys, so I am back with the finished look with my hair taken down. So this is what my everyday look is. It's very simple. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me doing my everyday makeup, and let me know what else you all would like to see from me, and hope you guys have a good day.